All right, friends, do a quick little Bible review here of a Bible that I can't believe that A, I didn't have, and B, that I've never done a review for you on this because I really love apologetics. Apologetics is what personally ended up driving me more and more towards the scriptures. So let's take a look at this amazing resource that you need to have. This is the Apologetics Study Bible. It is the Christian Standard Bible, and it's put out by Holloman. So CSB. Let's take a quick look at the dimensions and then we'll get into the Bible. So you're looking at about 9 1/4 inches by 6 3/4 inches by 1 1/2. 1 1/4. Let's say 1 1/4 inches. Really, that's a great size Bible for a study Bible. I chose the hardcover edition of this Bible. You can get it in like leather, and those are really nice. I just didn't need it in leather, and this will be like a desk reference for me personally. But this is a decent enough size Bible that you could use this all the time. If you wanted this to be your daily Bible, it's not huge. Like the ESV study Bible is massive, so it might be harder to carry around. This really isn't. So the Apologetics Study Bible is, like it says, focused on, the notes in there are focused on apologetics. So we have the CSB, the Christian Standard Bible. That's the translation. The Christian Standard Bible was put together, and I'll show you this in there, but put together by a great team of theologians and exegetes. And the idea is, you can read more about it if you go to like Christian Standard Bible. Type that in there, and it'll get like csb.com or something. Yeah, see csbible.com. It'll give you more an in-depth explanation of what it is. But the idea was that they wanted it somewhere. They wanted the translation somewhere in between a literal word-for-word translation and a dynamic thought-for-thought translation. And ironically, from the cons that people say about this translation, the cons prove that it did just that. Because like a lot of people say, well, it's not like literal enough, or it's too literal. And some people say, well, it's not thought for thought enough, or it's too thought for thought. I think that the fact that you get both of those groups of people complaining about that means they did a great job of making it somewhere in between thought for thought and word for word. Because thought for thought, it isn't always the best study tool. Word for word sometimes is a little bit harder to read, like the NASB. So anyway, that's a very quick, brief explanation of the Christian Standard Bible. The team of, like I said, theologians are fantastic. They also have, and this I'm not super pumped about, but I can understand it. So let's say they're gender neutral terminology in this Bible. So in places where it might have said man, meaning mankind, they have used the term everyone. I don't know that I love that, but I don't hate it either. It's just not my preference. So just know that you're getting that with the CSB. This Bible does have some scuffs that it shouldn't have because of some damage that happened in shipping. Amazon handled it super well, and there's no reason that I can't keep it. So it comes with a nice dust jacket. There was no box. It didn't come in a box, so I'm assuming that it does not come with a box. But let's take the dust jacket off. It is really a nice dust jacket. And it gives you a little bit about its features like it did on the back. Presentation page, book instructions, blah, blah, blah. 9.7 point type size, and it is Smith sewn. And, by the way, there is, if you didn't notice already, which this is super cool, there is a ribbon marker. I only have, I think, one other hardcover Bible that has a ribbon marker, and it's super nice to have that. So let's go through what's in here. Oh, the apologetics part of it. I have done a bunch of different reviews of different study Bibles. So go check those reviews. And each of them usually they have their own focus. Focus is a good word. They have their own focus on the notes and the commentary on on the actual biblical text. Obviously, the Bible and the text, they don't change that. This is the Holy Bible, Christian Standard Version, and all the Bible words that doesn't change. But the notes and the commentary in this Bible is focused on apologetics. If you don't know what apologetics is, it's the word means defense, and we are called to be able to give a reason for the hope that is in us, and be able to defend our faith and be able to explain it to people. This Bible focuses on apologetics and a defense of the truth of the Christian worldview, so it will really help you in that area. And that's why I say that you should have a copy of this, because the articles and the commentary in here are phenomenal and really help us understand the text. So, just a standard hardcover. Nothing special to the liner. You do get a blank white page and a pretty nice presentation page, all things considered. So, in these study Bibles, I think that it's important that you go through who the editors are and just kind of look for the names that are the people that have attached their name to the commentaries and the text or the translation, because that's important. It's important to know. And when you see names like Paul Copan, J.P. Moreland, I mean, come on. Wait till you see the rest. So these are all the different versions it comes with: cloth over board, leather. So you can get really nice leather version of this, and it would be a great everyday Bible, I think. Gives you a little bit of a preface, of course, like most Bibles and especially study Bibles do. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. So the books of the Bible and the contributors to those. So these are the people, each Bible has its name. I'm going to show you one in particular that I'm really super excited about. I'll use that page. It gives you the names of the people that contributed in the commentary of these books. This one I'm really super excited about. Galatians Notes. The notes and introduction in Galatians is by a gentleman named Walter Russell, Dr. Walter Russell. I love this guy. I was lucky enough when they had Open Biola to go through a class for free of his hermeneutics class I went through. And I just think he's a super smart guy, and I'm going to enjoy reading his commentary on Galatians. Also, you got Craig Blomberg. So there's a lot of fantastic names of the people that that commented on the text in here with an apologetics focus. Now you have the additional features. So this is a fantastic section that goes through all the articles that they offer, and there's no way I'm going to read these all to you. If you went to check this Bible out, like on the internet, it might give you a list of this somewhere. But this is the front line here, ladies and gentlemen. The people that have contributed to this Bible are some of the best exegetes and apologists that we know. Darrell Bock, Craig Hazen, J.P. Moreland, Norman Geisler. The list goes on and on. Albert Mohler, Ravi Zacharias, Gary Habermas. I mean, come on. John Warwick Montgomery, Paul Copan, Sean McDowell. Okay, so Charles Colson. It just goes on and on. So who are these? William Lane Craig. I mean, come on. So this is a fantastic resource to have. And here is kind of how these additional features work into the Bible. So let's get to that. And it tells you a little bit about each of the contributors. Lee Strobel. And these are top name people. If you've never heard their names before, you have almost definitely, if you're a Christian and been a Christian for any amount of time, have heard some of their work. You might just not remember their name. So there are articles like this and special features mixed up in the text. They're all inserted in important places. So it goes through, and what you do get is the Bible, okay? So this is, again, the CSB version of the Bible, and you get the text. Below the text, you get cross-references, and you get commentary on the text. And the commentary is apologetics focused to help you understand, especially in places where there might be some type of controversy that comes up. The apologists have taken these verses and helped you understand what the truth is and how to maybe explain those to people who say, oh no, but it says this. Oh no, but I've heard this. Okay, things like that. And then you get articles that are inserted all throughout the Bible based on what's going on in the area. So Genesis 5, are the biblical genealogies reliable? Can we trust the genealogies in this Bible? The nice part is, as I noticed, is that they're all gray. It's kind of hard to see, especially for a colorblind guy, but you can open up to like a gray section that you saw and know that there's an article right there. You just have to find the page, okay? Who are you to judge others? Have you ever heard that before? You can't judge me. The Bible says don't judge. Guess what? We have an article by Paul Copan that explains that verse that they just tried to use against you. So, fantastic resource. There is a little bit, I'd say half an inch. There is a little bit of room to write. And you get pages kind of at the end. Each book starts with like an introduction to the book, author, how reliable it is, all that kind of stuff, and a defense for the book. And there's little places to write in there. There's not a copious amount. This is not a wide margin Bible by any stretch of the imagination, but you could definitely write. I mean, you're looking at it with me. It does look like it's line matched, which is always nice. Line matched means that the line on the back of the page, it's hard to tell in a video. You're just gonna have to get two Bibles, one that's not and one that is. This line right here, let's say, the line on the back of this page is matched up directly with this line. So what you don't get is a line like in between on the back that shows through. It's called ghosting. You're always gonna get a little bit of ghosting like you can see there in this white space because of the paper. But it's nice when the lines match up on the front and on the back instead of like this. It makes it much easier to read. The font is very nicely spaced. I don't have trouble reading it at all. Yeah. But if you're looking for a Bible to write a bunch in, I just want you to be advised. There's about half an inch in there. Definitely highlighting and underlining would be fine because there's plenty of spacing between the lines. I'm really excited to have this on my shelf. The reason that I haven't had this whole Bible in the past, which it's just not something that popped into my head, is because I have an apologetics like commentary, and I use that a lot. And it's really only Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Acts. But it's a great resource, and so I use that a lot when it comes to the Gospels. And it just popped up into my head the other day. Why do I not have this? I bought it on Amazon for like $25. So for the hard copy, for $25, I mean, come on, ladies and gents, this is something that you need to have on your shelf. It's gonna help you, it's gonna help your kids, it's gonna help you have answers to questions when you need them. So in the back, this is some of these pages. A lot of these pages got a little bit messed up and tweaked. Not a huge deal. You do get a concordance, and this concordance is pretty big, all things considered. Look at that. Lots of concordance back here. My hands are super dry, even though it's raining. Annotated bibliography. Okay, so this is important too. All the people that have written articles or that are commenting, you get information on them. By the way, pay attention to these, because if you ever find yourself looking for a good book, or hey, what's my next good book? I want something reliable, and I'm not just gonna Google reliable. Go find a person, Paul Copan. Oh, what books has he written? I liked his article on this, and he'll give you the books. And you can build your library and build the authors that you trust and that are reliable theologians that way. All right, let's skip to the back because there's a couple more cool resources in here. So you get a timeline of apologists and their notable works. So starting way back from the church fathers, Luke, right, Justin Martyr, Irenaeus, and it'll give you the times that they lived and some of their important works, what they did. I'll hold it up a little closer so you can see like one of these lines. And that's kind of cool to know. And then you can go back and look these people up individually and read their individual works. All the way up to current, at least current, when this Bible was printed. Some important, great information to have. Important Old Testament archaeological finds. I have a review on Archaeology Study Bible that I'm really excited about. And this type of stuff helps defend the truth of the Christian worldview, because everything in here is true. So people start to question that. And then what do you know? Lo and behold, as time goes by, we discover we have archaeological finds. That word's hard to say. Archaeological finds like the Dead Sea Scrolls that just go to prove that this is true and historically correct. And those are important things to know. Number of manuscripts. This number only goes up, so it's an important thing to keep your eye on. And some different doctrines and how other religions and faith bases understand those things. So lots of resources in this Bible. Beautiful maps. These maps are gorgeous, in my opinion. And the paper's nice and thick. The map paper nice and thick. The Bible paper is also pretty thick. It's a study Bible, so you're getting a little bit more. So it's a little thicker than typical, or say a thin line. In the very back, you get, we'll just take a look, you get basically one page to write. And that's it. So I think this is a great resource. I want you to know what's in the Apologetics Study Bible and what the hardcover version of it looks like, which is reason number one that I did this review. I love reviewing Bibles for you guys. So even if you can't go to a store and put your hands on the Bible, you know what you're getting inside. A lot of these Bibles that I review, especially these study Bibles, I want you to know that these are fantastic resources to have on your shelf for the low price at like $25. That's nothing. You can have a hard copy of the Apologetics Study Bible that in your daily research and when you're reading your everyday Bible, you can flip open to that in your study Bible, your Apologetics Study Bible, and get a little bit extra information from really reliable people. If you have any questions, like always, please leave them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them and at least point you in the right direction. I hope this has been super helpful. I really encourage you to pick up an Apologetics Study Bible. Have a great day.